So, as we all know, Call of Duty Black Ops 6 is set to release towards the end of this year, and for us Zombies fans, this is potentially promising to be one of the greatest games we've had. Now, of course, we've seen some gameplay and a couple of trailers here and there, but I think it's fair to say this most recent trailer really takes the cake, and if you don't believe me, just look at Milo's reaction. Now, I've been playing the Zombies mode since the OG World at War days, and I think it's fair to say I've certainly seen some of the peaks and some of the troughs of the franchise. But to me, this trailer really sucked me back in. I can't lie, for me, Call of Duty Zombies died at Black Ops 4. That whole game absolutely killed it for me, and I believe many other people as well. But if you weren't already sold, and I'll be completely transparent, I wasn't, because I've been through some dark times with this franchise, this trailer should do it for you. I can't fathom how good this looked. It's not just the visuals, it's not just the actual member berries with the likes of your Richtophens, your Wonderwaffs, Samantha Maxis looking like fucking Sophia out of Gorod Krovi. That shit's all great, but it's a calling to the roots of what made the mode so good to begin with. They tried to fluctuate and move away from that in the other titles. It's obviously not going to play perfectly, because let's be real, and maybe it's just me sort of projecting here, but I feel like so many people, myself included, just want Black Ops 3 again, and I don't think we are going to get that, but I do believe that this will probably be the closest thing that we will get to it for a very long time. From what we've seen so far, this game seems to really want to blend that old nostalgic round-based vibe alongside new and improved elements, which is the only way that they can move forward and make Black Ops 6 its own and not just a cheap knockoff of other things that we've played before. So of course we've got the previously mentioned characters that are going to be returning, obviously in a different format from what I understand. I'll be honest, I'm not a massive lore guy anymore. I used to know quite a bit of the zombie storyline, but ever since Black Ops 4, we've had Cold War and stuff, I've completely lost track with all this Dark Ether mumbo jumbo. But there is returning core key characters in there, which is obviously nice for a slightly more casual fan now like myself. You've also got the fact that it's a round-based game mode, which is fantastic. I can't forget when I first logged into Modern Warfare to try and play some zombies, and it was just like fucking Warzone. It was really irritating. I get some people like it, whatever, good for you guys, but to me that isn't what Zombies is. We have, of course, got our old favourite microtransaction, the Gobblegums are back in. Now, I'm very interested to see how these are going to work. I think from an Activision/Treyarch perspective, nothing has been successful in terms of microtransaction for them, particularly in the Zombies mode, as Gobblegums. They absolutely drained my 15-year-old bank account back in the Black Ops 3 days. So, seeing them return is fun, because not only is it, again, that little hit of nostalgia that we all know and love, but I can't express how much replay value Gobblegums give to Zombies. The amount of times that I would go through the Chronicles maps and just try to get to high rounds on, say, Verrupt, for example, and I've got 6-7 perks and 2 pack-a-punched weapons and all the good fun shit. It offered you so much more replayability, and realistically that is what keeps Black Ops 3 way fresher than any of the other games that are out there at the minute. That, and of course Custom Zombies, which is its own crescendo and is fantastic in its own right, but it runs so much smoother on that Black Ops 3 engine than anything else. And from what we have seen, that core gameplay that Black Ops 3 offered seems to have been blended with my granted limited knowledge of what Cold War possesses in terms of the salvage and the extraction and all the different rarity and value of weapons and things into what Black Ops 6 is looking to be. Now, from what I understand, Cold War was a little bit of an upgrade on Black Ops 4, generally speaking. Everybody has their own opinion. So if you can take all the positive elements of that game and add in everything that was great about Black Ops 3, which granted was quite a lot of it, meld it into some very good and interesting looking maps and potentially some callbacks. I know we all saw it. That was definitely the fucking jet gun at the end of one of those trailers. So I know the big rumour's been, oh, we're going to get a Transit 2. fuck it, give us a Transit 2, give it to us on the newer consoles where it can run properly and we can have 8 players run around and that'd be sick. But regardless, that's all spirally and all theory at this stage. I think the most important element that they just have to get right with Black Ops 6 is they need to make this game balanced enough for both casual players and experienced players to pick it up and get involved with it. Because to me, that was a cornerstone of what Black Ops 4 failed to do, and the fact that it blue screened and froze every fucking 10 seconds. But it took away the ability for newer players to get involved in the story mode. Because not only was the story all over the fucking shop, but the Easter eggs, the gameplay, it was all so difficult and so long-winded to do things like Easter eggs and such that it just turned people off the game. I really think that Treyarch forgot that one of the biggest elements and most enjoyable aspects of this game mode was just playing it casually with friends and trying to get to high rounds and doing stupid shit, not going on fucking 90-step fetch quests to get a certain type of grenade or something. It's fine to have those elements in, but don't make it the core aspect and the whole reason for playing the mode. And I think from what we've seen so far, Black Ops 6 has almost spliced this together in the sense that the gameplay itself looks more involved, but that is almost in line with Black Ops 6 itself. So for example, with the likes of Omni movement, like that just seems to open up so many more ways of playing zombies in just a different manner. And that's not necessarily at a detriment to the player, in the sense that they need to know all these different tips and tricks to play the game and to progress it, but the option's there if they want to. And to me that links back to one of the cornerstones what Black Ops 6 needs to succeed in if it's going to survive and go the distance as a zombie title, is you need to give that opportunity and choice back to the player, in terms of whether they want to play the game casually or if they want to follow the narrative and do all the Easter eggs, etc, etc. I do believe that the reintroduction of Gobblegums is a massive cornerstone way of doing this. I'm a little bit concerned that obviously they're microtransactions and there probably isn't going to be the old trick of dashboarding and pausing the game to get them back. That concerns me. I'm also slightly concerned about the fact that the servers are now going to be online and not done locally. So in like 7 or 8 years, kind of at the point that Black Ops 3 is at now currently, you could potentially not be able to play the game in the future, which again is just not the way that things should be. That game mode should be accessible across years to come. However, rants aside, not only has this game really, to me, sold itself as potentially being a good successor and a good addition to the franchise, but the community has backed it massively, not just in terms of the YouTube scene, but every single comment, everything is so positive towards it that it's a far cry from fucking COD Vanguard that we had a few years ago. Just to quickly interject here, because I was editing this and it sounds like I was defending Call of Duty Vanguard Zombies. That was absolute dog shit. Not trying to say that at all. All I'm trying to say is that it's not the community's back. Anyway, back to your video. And this is what we need to see. The only way that we actually do get better zombies modes and better zombies titles is if we do support them when they do something well, right? And this trailer, the most recent one, has absolutely tickled my balls and got me well fucking excited for this next game. But more importantly, what do you guys think? Are you excited for Black Ops 6 as much as I am? Do you think it's going to be a success? Are you a bit concerned it might flop under all the hype? Let me know in the comments down below, and if you are new here, please do consider subscribing. Thanks ever so much for watching. I'll hopefully see you in another video sometime soon.